this video for a little while. I know I've not uploaded anything for about a week or so, even though I'm feeling crap. I'm still going to make this video because I've been wanting to make this for a wee while. With some of the stuff I've been watching online recently, now I really want to make it. In this video, I intend to clean house. Sony, you know I love you. But there's too many things mounting up recently from you. Now, everybody out there who watches this channel knows that I am mostly a Sony person. Okay, Sony's where my favourite things are, but when you love something, you see all its flaws tenfold. And we gotta talk about some stuff. It's that simple. Some of it is good, most of it is stuff that needs to be tidied. And one of the things that, of course, has been recent is the freebie version of Drive Club. Now, most of us out there who want to play Drive Club, we saw there was going to be a freebie version first. And therefore, if we wanted to play the game after that, buy the whole game, I mean, then we would have had to be able to try before you buy. And Sony, you've really dropped the ball on this. Now, yes, okay, you've had extra development time, which is a good thing. A year of extra development time, nearly, because it was going to be a PS4 launch deal. We were going to have something to play out the box on day one. That didn't really pan out for you, and I understand why it didn't pan out, because the game needed more work. That's fair enough. But then when you do finally bring us the game, it doesn't work online. Seriously? And then to pour salt in the wound, the game's been out for, 2 weeks or something now? And we still don't have the PS Plus version. So we can actually have a go of it. And as a racer, a high-end racer, your window of opportunity is so small. I mean, you've already got Forza, Project Cars, and the crew knocking at your door for gamers' money. And it's, you have to have a racer ready to go, be finished with all its features and be online playable, if that's what you've promised from the game straight off. Yeah, okay, development time aside, but when you said it was coming out 10th of October in the UK, later than everywhere else, that needed to be finished, it needed to be working. And now you look stupid because of it. Then earlier today, of course, I watched a video from the mighty IGN, fronted by the ever so dashing Greg Miller, basically saying that Sony has outlined some of the features it wants to put into Update 2.0. Oh good, I thought, as I watched this video, I get to find out some of the cool things they're doing. Maybe a bit more theme stuff, a bit more voice command, and of course my YouTube uploading, which would make this channel a zillion times better, considering I can't afford a capture device, because they are expensive. And also, it's not just the capture device, it's also the editing software you have to get with it, and pulling it up to the Mac if it works with a Mac, and so on and so on. And Greg Miller was saying we get to change the colours of the loading screen. Oh, big whoop. We get a few extra voice commands. That's fair enough. I can see how that might be useful. And this and this and this, but nothing that really made me go, ooh. But the one thing they didn't mention, the one thing that was missing in the whole thing, was this particular thing, and this is like a quote from Gamescom earlier this year, when Adam Bowie stepped on stage and said,
"You already know. We've also added the ability to upload shared videos to YouTube. But the feature of System Software 2.0...
videos to YouTube. Now, you figure you're going to release something for the medias to get hold of and shout about from the hilltops, yeah, put that in. This makes me worry. Is it not there? Has it been dropped? Is it one of these things that is going to happen but not happen for a lot longer? We need to know these kinds of things. Okay? What else? Oh yes, the other thing I'd like to talk about. PlayStation Vita. Yes, I'm one of the few. I love this little system. It's great. Fits lovely in my hands. The controls are all in a level place. I'm not a big-handed guy. You know, if I put my hand up against the size of the Vita, you see how big my hands are. They're roughly about the same size as the Vita. Okay, I'm not a big-handed bloke. This is a brilliant bit of kit. OLED screen, touch back. You know, most everything about it is fantastic. But there are some issues. And these issues are: 1. PlayStation Plus Instant Game Collection games. Brilliant idea, great. But if I can't connect to Wi-Fi, then it can't detect the PSN network and it can't play them. That really annoys me because it basically means my portable system ain't so portable. You know? Maybe if there was like, I don't know, some sort of bit of firmware that comes along and goes, this user has this much time left in his PlayStation Plus account, ergo you can now play this game whether or not you can detect Wi-Fi. Because it's a portable system. Wi-Fi is not everywhere, Sony. Get this through your thick heads. Point 2. The advertising for this little bit of kit has been piss poor. A few adverts stuck in the side of Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does not constitute a campaign. Big show, yes. Big viewings, yes. Great show. But needs more than that. A relaunching so that there's a cheaper model of an LCD screen doesn't constitute anything that really grabs the public's attention. Ooh, colours of Vita. Big whoop. This needs proper exposure. It's a good system, although, by the way, it was a better name calling it the NGP. Vita's still a daft name. I get it, but NGP was a better name. Had more snap to it. But the main point of contention, I will say, with this machine, and I think everybody who has one of these will agree with me, or anybody that's thought about getting one of these, is proprietary memory. Now, the memory in this thing fits in a daft wee slot, and it is prohibitively expensive considering what it is. It's based on SD card technology, but costs 3 times as much. They shaped it in such a way that you could only buy Vita cards from Sony because they're encoded with Sony data to work on a PlayStation Vita. What kind of ass backwards junk is that? You know? Reduce the cost of your memory cards. Seriously. I mean, how can you have a memory card be so expensive in a machine that's already so expensive? You know? Can't take my games on the go for a portable system. And then I barely any room to save any games. I've got umpteen games saved on my PlayStation 3, waiting to get played whenever I get half a chance. I'd have more chance to play them if I could actually play them on the go. I could play them at work on my lunch break. I could play them to and from work on the bus. But no, I can only play my games in the house. It's maddening. And then the last point to mention is PlayStation Plus itself. I used to be very much against PlayStation Plus. I believed it created two SKUs of gamers. Those that could afford and those that couldn't afford. And those that couldn't afford got shoved out. Now, my position on this has moved some. Because, well, to make my PS4 have all the bells and whistles, I had to get PS Plus. And thankfully it's added a few bells and whistles to my Vita and to my PS3. All well and good, you think. But here's the kicker. One, certain regions such as South Africa and a few others, just about a week or so ago, were being told, some of only 24 hours notice, that the cost of their PS Plus subscription was going up. How very dare you, Sony? Do you realise people are scrimping away? You know, most of us have minimum wage jobs, and it's hard to get a subscription. A year subscription is the best deal. It costs nearly 40 quid, nearly the price of a game. Alright? We're already lashing out for all other kinds of things. You need to count here. And here's the double kick up the bum. Alright? We're paying subscription, and more of them have come up since Destiny happened. Right? Destiny has pushed up PS subscription by quite some margin, and it already went up by quite some margin when you introduced PlayStation 4, right? So let's say, you sold 10 million PS4s recently, right? That was the figure you released about a month or so ago. 10 million. Let's say 10% of those didn't get PS Plus. Alright? Or maybe, and let's not talk about Vita and PS3 for the moment, alright? Just say we'll call them all as fresh sales, alright? Maybe a little wrong reducible, but let's call it that way anyway. You would have had 9 million PlayStation Plus subscriptions putting money in your coffers. And yet the PSN is still really slow and really clunky. This money, you said yourself, was to go and help make the PSN better. I don't see better. I really don't. So, in rounding up, 1, you need to get more and better stuff on the PSN, like with the Instant Game Collection. Like maybe put Knack and then Killzone, on it. Get them on in the next couple of updates. Actually give us something worth uploading. And please, for the love of God, if you're going to say you're going to do something, do it! Okay? Because the more you fanny about, the more ground you give to Microsoft and Nintendo. Now you're ahead the now, Sony. Do not waste this opportunity. You've not been ahead since the PS2. Okay? Since the PS2, you're ahead. Do not squander this advantage. Milk it. Use it. Have it. Because you're in trouble financially. The only thing that's keeping you afloat right now is PlayStation 4. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Alright? You want to get some money in the coffers. Alright? Make the PS4 more desirable. Make Plus more more desirable. And rent out or sell off Spider-Man. Okay? But probably more rent out, because that'll net you a ton of cash. Alright? And perhaps better marketing on all your stuff, because your marketing is rubbish. Okay? Really. Sort your marketing out. And give us more games. More games, more games, more games. It's that simple. You give us stuff to play, we'll play it. And don't let Microsoft dictate the resolution of games that are going to be on your system. and give us that goddamn uploader for YouTube! Okay? That I can't stress enough. Uploading videos to YouTube, good thing. Denying it, bad thing. Okay, I'm sorry I had to bring down the party with all these negatives. Because you do a lot of things right, Sony. But these issues have been a thorn in the side of many of your loyal customers for quite some time now. It's time you sorted it out. Anyway, to all my subscribers out there, I would say please remember to enter the competition. I now have one entrant, my good friend Sebastian. So that video will be launched along with any others that hopefully come along at the appointed time. You better get your entrants in, guys, because time's running out. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And I'll end this video the way I always do. Remember to rate, favourite, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, with a slightly ill person saying this, aye, nay bother.